Was Gucci YouTube? It's your boy Black Gucci. I 3 long face, skinny body. Got no degree. Why? Because I'm still working on that part. And you already know we back with some more fire boards, anime, manga content. Now before we end the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, smash that like button, share the video with your friends, because it's time to start talking about the business, because there's a whole lot of shit spiraling around the boards community. I have seen the latest Boruto episode, all of that fast jazz fire. But like I said, I came out on the channel, not like came out if y'all know what I'm talking about, but I came out on the channel like a couple of videos and said, yo, bro, like, I'm really low-key not gonna be recording or just reviewing every single Boruto episode. Earlier, I made the subconscious decision, but consciously, I made that decision like a few weeks ago. It's like, yeah, bro, sometimes I'll be breaking my back, not to say it's like, oh, it's the end of the world, but I'll be breaking my back just to get every single episode anime review, when it's like a lot of the times I probably want to do like a theory video or just like a random video, just talk about different things put together. So I'm not gonna take the anime episode reviews as serious as no more. I'm gonna watch every single episode, obviously, nigga, come on, bro. But like bits and pieces, like obviously with the last previous episode that just happened, you know, Kashikoji pulling up on our shit is getting greedy. We see the little tension building between Delta, the tensions between Cole, you know, still going on with Jigen trying to figure out the trade and the car organization. They're slowly creeping up to everything that's been going down the last 2.5 years in the manga. Not to say we already seen this stuff, so that's part of the reason why I don't want to review it again. I don't mind that shit at all. And plus, on top of that, they're adding all of these extra car scenes that I'm absolutely fucking with. It's just that, you know what I'm saying? When push comes to shove, you gotta make a decision. And it's like, I had to make a choice. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So I made an executive decision and I'm gonna stick with it. Now, at the end of the day, last Boruto episode, 10 out of 10. Like, flames, fire, fuego. We already know what's going down. It's been spoiling around the communities. Mad YouTubers been dropping videos. So I'm sure y'all already like, yo, why this nigga Black Uchiha ain't on top of the news? Like, he don't know. Have you not heard? Nigga, I have heard. Do you not know who I am? Yes, my man Kawaki will be popping up on the motherfucking anime, not this coming up week, but next week on the 28th. So after we get all this lovey-dovey shit over with, this coming up weekend Boruto episode on Sunday on the 14th, we got the 28th. My nigga Kawaki's going to be popping up in this, so you already know that for a fact will 100% be a reviewed episode. But in the manga, you know what I'm saying, we leading into Boruto chapter 55, less than 10 days away from the chapter. And it's something that we gotta discuss. Boruto body 80% Otsutsuki. Kawaki's body 80% Otsutsuki. Now, a lot of people might even be like, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, that doesn't make sense. Which personally, me, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the matter. But there's still some type of, you know, I guess you could say ground of truth, grain of salt that comes with Momoshiki's words. Meaning you can't always like completely listen to things that a character will relay in situations where a couple chapters back, people assume that maybe this nigga Amato is like, you know what I'm saying, trying to play the hidden leaf. Maybe this Amato, like, how does he know all of this shit about the Otsutsuki clan? How is he able to give all this information, details about Kage, about Ishiki? And then we have to also understand, this nigga Amato is not the author, you know what I'm saying? He's not the creator, you know what I'm saying? He's probably giving us messages and information that he has, the knowledge that he has. Who's to say that it's absolutely correct or all the way, you know what I'm saying, true? So now, in the same scenario, we see Momoshiki telling this nigga Kawaki, like, yeah, this nigga Ishiki, he's absolutely gone. His soul is completely diminished from this world. But like, that don't change the fact that your body's 80% Otsutsuki. Now, how the fuck can that make sense? Now, we already go back to the first episode, the first chapter. Boruto and Kawaki both have the karma seals. Yes, that's set in stone. Kawaki's karma seal patterns resemble the exact same markings, parallel the exact same markings that he had previously when Ishiki initially implanted the karma seal on Kawaki. And based off of the things that we see with Jigen, Ishiki, and Kawaki, right, the way the karma seal spreads across the body is going to be different, you know, in correlation with the DNA that's with that specific Otsutsuki. So therefore, seeing 60-year-old Kawaki is like, yeah, well, that's definitely Ishiki's motherfucking karma seal, and opposed to Momoshiki's word, which is this nigga's soul is like officially gone from, well, he didn't even say this nigga's day. Like, yeah, this nigga's soul is vanished. Like, this nigga's gone. Now, my thing is that's leading me into basically the overall plot of this video. But the main discussion revolving mainly about Kawaki, but obviously around Boruto and Kawaki. With Boruto's case, we already know, you know what I'm saying, he has the Kawaki, he has the Karma Seal. Momoshiki resides within his Karma Seal. It's already at an 80% completion rate, so we already know how, you know what I'm saying, things go down in that nature. Momoshiki could pop up, turn into Borushiki out of nowhere, and shit can hit the fan out of nowhere, right? Now, in Kawaki's case, we've seen him grow the horn at the start, you know what I'm saying? When Jigen initially walked up into Naruto's house like, yo, bro, you ain't got a shoe rack. And Kawaki pops up the horn, right? And we get to see the very first time in the entire manga, whereas, like, you know, the vessel for the Otsutsuki, or the vessel of the Karma Seal, starts to show the resemblance, not just with power-wise, you know what I'm saying, abilities and techniques and shit, but, you know, physical resemblance and physical appearance to the Otsutsuki who granted them that Karma Seal. Little did we know at that time, that's literally Kawaki, you know what I'm saying, that's literally Boruto turning into, you know, Ishiki and turning into Momoshiki, you know, going through that transformation. Whether, however incomplete it may seem right now, whether they reveal a full transformation later on, up until this point, that is like the type of information that we have. So he basically tells Kawaki that despite all of that shit, you know, you have to listen to the mere fact that when Amato explained the way the process of the Karma Seal is literally DNA being processed into your body. So we can see where this nigga Ishiki got completely done with, right? The mere fact that he got done, yes, it deletes the overall motherfucking Ishiki and the overall Karma Seal, but at the same time, you can guess, I guess you could say, like, the information or the data that was inside of the Karma Seal lingers on, or basically doesn't actually get extracted or deleted, in a sense, like an incomplete download with your hard drive or software computer or whatever shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you delete the whole motherfucking frame, the whole fucking title, the whole app or some shit, right? But like the memory and the data is still there. So it's kind of like that in a similar situation where you have, like, I'm a PlayStation guy, you know what I'm saying? Those of y'all follow me on PlayStation, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave my PlayStation tag in the comment below. You know what I'm saying, when I download certain games, like, I'm gonna download Attack on Titan, I'm gonna download Naruto Ninja Storm 4, I'm gonna download GTA 5, I'm gonna download 2K21, and then I realize, well, shit, I've already played all 4 of these games, but I'm reaching a point where, you know, not the necessarily same scenario because this nigga Ishiki died, but in this case, I'm reaching a point where I don't have enough space for all 4 of these games. So let's say I delete 2K, I delete Attack on Titan, you know what I'm saying, on some weird shit like that. I'm still gonna have the memory space for those 2 games, but I just won't have those games. So in a sense, Kawaki's like, you know what, fuck it, man, I ain't got enough space, you know, Naruto, Ishiki, fuck it, I'm choosing Naruto. So he deletes Ishiki, but, you know, all the knowledge, all the data that Ishiki had and presented to Kawaki is still gonna be there, so that can be why. But then that also leads us into the fucking loophole of why, where the fuck does the Karma Seal come from again? Because it's like, if the Karma Seal goes away, yes, we get him still retain that 80% Otsutsuki body, and even Momoshiki explains it's gonna be still an incomplete body, but it's still like liable to the fact that he can feed Kawaki to the fucking Ten Tails, and it will actually provide a god tree. You can't take Rock Lee and feed this nigga to the god tree and feed this nigga to the Ten Tails and expect the god tree to come out. You can't do that. So basically, that's the difference right now between Kawaki, despite that he don't have a Karma Seal. You can take this nigga right now and create a motherfucking god tree just by feeding him to a Ten Tails because of the 80% DNA of Otsutsuki genes that's in his body. Now, what does this do for this nigga Kawaki? Is this like, because he's already strong. He already will fade a handful, not even a handful, like 2 or 3 handful of niggas that's already residing in the Hidden Leaf, Karma Seal or no Karma Seal. So we know how this man Kawaki is rocking, right? But the mere fact that his body is at an 80% Otsutsuki progression, now, does that mean it will be at a stalemate, or would the progression slowly continue? Because we also know, back when he did have the Karma Seal, part of the reason for his fast progression in the first place was the resonance that resided with him and Boruto. Now, it can be either a negative effect where they both start to progress, and in a sense, Kawaki still progresses into an incomplete Otsutsuki body, still maintaining his conscience and, you know what I'm saying, his own ideals and his own will, versus Boruto, who's slowly reaching that 100% mark, whereas Momoshiki will be able to completely wipe this nigga's existence and take over his body. So there can be the contradictions there, whereas Kawaki basically is just blessed with some free Otsutsuki power, basically, long story short, and he's gonna have to figure out a way to tap into that Otsutsuki power that doesn't, you know what I'm saying, taking over his mind, which most likely won't be the case, but I can see that scenario fanning out in some type of way, shape, or form. At this point right now, going into chapter 55, they're gonna have to make a very, very extreme conscious decision, and that's whether if they're gonna be able to keep Boruto and Kawaki inside of the Hidden Leaf Village, because for the time being, yes, these niggas gonna go back home, get Naruto back home, figure out what's going on with all of that shit, and y'all watch my last video, yes, this nigga Naruto's issue can be like a whole nother story arc in itself. But for the time being, they have to get back into the Hidden Leaf, which will more than likely be the case through Boruto's Karma Seal, and make a conscious decision. Like, you can't just sit in the Hidden Leaf after shit like this just went out. And especially, you know, my nigga Kawaki, he's not gonna just chill like, oh, I'm gonna go back to ninja training Boruto, go do it, go to like take the Hidden Mist or whatever fucking foreign land, you know what I'm saying, work on your power. This nigga Kawaki's like, yo, I'm out with you, my God. Like, fuck this, bro. We finna settle this shit and get it situated. Now, they're gonna have to touch up on all of these things, but the mere fact that revelation of Kawaki's body retaining that 80% Otsutsuki genes, that lays for some small type of tie-in for this nigga Ishiki to come back, or if he's, like Momoshiki said, soul is completely vanished from the world, that's just basically allowing a ass pull for the future, whereas, you know what I'm saying, it's going to give Kawaki some type of excuse for a major power buff, despite the fact that we know he's going to get the Karma Seal again. Imagine we never even got that scene in the start of the episode, in the start of the chapter, right, with Kawaki and Boruto facing off. Now, at this point, we'd be like, well, this nigga Kawaki doesn't have the Otsutsuki Karma Seal no more, but Momoshiki says he still has 80% of this power. He's the second main character of the fucking story, so we know he's not going to get completely written out of the story like that. He's going to have to be, if not one of the strongest top 5, top 3 strongest characters in Boruto's generation, so he's gonna have to have something that keeps him on par with the case that this nigga Boruto's gonna somewhere along the line have the ability to control his Karma Seal and control his eye power, so he's gonna be an elite ass ninja, and Kawaki just transforming his arm into a fucking sword ain't gonna be able to keep up with that all the time. So you know what I'm saying, I feel like this is like a small gateway or a small window just to allow Kawaki to have some type of opportunity, like I said, but we already know he's gonna get the Karma Seal again, but just to have that power up or that power equivalence, kind of how like they do with Naruto and Sasuke, whereas, you know, Boruto just won't run too far off, because once this nigga Boruto controls Momoshiki and then he gets his eye power in check, like, come on, bro, like, what are they gonna do with Kawaki? So it's evident that it's highly likely this nigga Ishiki is not completely dead due to the fact of the 80% progression in Kawaki's body. Now, it can be like, maybe if his body never even reached 50% after Ishiki died, maybe that whole data extraction, maybe it wouldn't even matter. In the case, it would have had an automatic deletion or some type of shit, but the mere fact that it was more than halfway done, not even like at least halfway, like just more than like 80%, literally just 20% left. The fact that, you know what I'm saying, now maybe since the Karma Seal is gone, progression rate is going to be as fast or as efficient or as potent, but the mere fact that it was already completed, you know what I'm saying, is still gonna basically reach to the end of the race, you know what I'm saying? So still, chapter 55 of Boruto manga, I'm still looking forward to it. Like I said, less than 9 days away. Boruto's gonna have to find a way to get these niggas back to the village. I don't know how they're gonna play it, if they're gonna start focusing on these two, Boruto and Kawaki next chapter, start focusing on this nigga Naruto situation and Sasuke's situation, because like I said, niggas missing an eye, Naruto's probably missing a life, Boruto's finna be missing a brother, Kawaki's finna be missing a brother. It's just so much shit that's going down. They gotta get back to the village and start making some decisions, and I feel like this man Sasuke is gonna have to take these niggas with him. I already been saying that, but based off of the previous predictions and, you know what I'm saying, speculations, like, I didn't expect things to go down the way they are currently going down right now, which is also why, like, Boruto's like, yeah, man, the reason why I fuck with it so much is because it's one of the most unpredictable. I cap not. Now, I like Naruto, but yeah, all that, I know. I'm a Naruto fan, but, like, it's one of the most unpredictable. At least let me be modest, all right? It's the most unpredictable new generation anime out. Because I was going to say one of the most unpredictable anime, because, like, in a sense, whereas after you read the chapter, what do you think is going to happen? How many theories, how many scenarios have you seen been going around the community that had jack shit to do with the story? Like, Iwabe is not Kawaki, you know what I'm saying? The Kawaki clone, which is probably like one of the closest things with no context, like a Kawaki being a clone of Naruto and Sasuke, like, this is one of the most unpredictable stories that, like, they're just providing us with. Like, definitely, I don't know if I'm gonna get love or hate for saying this, is definitely more unpredictable than Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Because, like, even 5 chapters ago, I'm looking at this shit like, this nigga Ishiki is floating on top of the fucking Hidden Leaf Village. Like, yo, I'm like, bro, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. And even right now, what y'all think is gonna happen with this man Cold in the manga? We've seen the progression slowly in the anime. What do y'all think is gonna happen with this man Kashikochi? Where is Delta? Like, how, like, Amato shut her off and then, like, what? Like, what? Come on, bro. Come on. It's your boy Black Uchi out there, long face, skinny body. I got another great story, right? Because of that part, Boruto chapter 55, less than 9 days away. Let me know what are y'all thoughts on Boruto and Kawaki's 80% Otsutsuki progression on their bodies, and what are y'all thoughts on the next chapter? What do you think the focal point will be with Sasuke's Rinnegan, with Naruto's power and his situation, or will it be with Boruto and Kawaki? Y'all excited for the next chapter? What are your thoughts on the video? Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share the video with friends. And until my next video, holla at your boy. I'ma holla at y'all. Black y'all out, yes sir.
Hey, can we take a trip to the sky? Show them that our limit's too high. Cocoa butter hips on the waistline. She said